Russell of Hotels going live just for a couple minutes. You guys know how I do it. Yeah, you know what? I was gonna say I've been MIA for the last couple of days. Well, no, I've been around. I've been posting things. I just haven't done my daily check-in. But hey, every now and then you got stuff you got to do, right? You have things you need to do, things you need to focus on, and working on some new stuff. So had to kind of focus on some things, get some things out of the way. So hey, things do happen, things do occur. But I'm here, but I still post, right? Just because I didn't go live does not mean I'm not here and I'm not posting things, right? So there you go. So just remember that. You can go live most of the time, right? But the days you don't go live, make sure you post something anyway, okay? Post something that makes an impact, that means something or whatever, okay? Just let people know you still there, right? So what I've been posting was, my some of the conversations I've been having. So remember I said I was taking those conversations I had back at Destination Southeast North Star event, which was about a little bit over a month ago now, right? But I'm still posting those things. I'm still using that same content because what we did was we videotaped conversations with at least 10 or 11 people. And those conversations were probably on average about 15 to 20 minutes each. So what we did was take those 15 to 20 minutes each videos and splice them into, or break them down into bite-sized pieces or bite-sized reels. And then took the reels, which are about 45 seconds to say a minute, and I've been posting those. So giving you little bite-sized pieces and kind of, you can nibble here and then I want some more. What's the main course? So by the time I show so many of these things, you'll be ready for the main course. Okay, well, the main course is not there yet. So we're still going through the appetizers. Okay, so there you go. So always post something. So real quick, I never do one of these shows without showcasing a destination or hotels. And I think in this case today, it will be both. Once again, I'm still on this Toledo high, right? I'm still on Toledo, high on the Hilton Garden Inn, as well as the Homewood Suites, which were attached to their convention center there. So I'm still on that, okay? So there you go. But anyway, we're live on LinkedIn, live on YouTube. Let me make sure the comments are open. Feel free to make your comments. This is not gonna be that long because I gotta go to lunch, okay? I set lunch with a friend of mine that we've been kind of playing, we've kind of been missing each other for the last probably month and a half or so. So today is the day that I'm supposed to meeting for lunch. So I got to get in or do this and get out of here because it's about 40-minute drive for me to get to where the lunch spot is. Okay, we go to the same spot all the time. So anyway, don't worry about what it is. Okay, so once again, live on LinkedIn, live on YouTube. If you don't subscribe to my YouTube page, please do so. Russell of Hotels. Okay, just go Russell of Hotels. Hit that button. Bing! It says subscribe. Big old button. Big, I don't know what color it is, but it's a big button. Hit it. Bing! And it go bing. That means when it goes bing, that means, okay, I'm connected now. And anytime I go live, you'll get a notification. And then you can make comments in real time right here. Like when I do one of these live shows, you can make comments in real time and I'll see them on the screen and I can say, oh, look at so-and-so. Okay, so-and-so from blah, blah, blah has a question saying this, saying that, or whatever. You can still make comments on LinkedIn as well. It's just that they won't be in real time. Okay, I have to go back and check them out and then I'll respond to those at the appropriate time. Okay, so there you go. So just had to break that down. That's the housekeeping notes. I had to give you the housekeeping notes, right, before I move forward. So once again, this does not have to be that long. In fact, it's not going to be that long. So let's move forward. Yeah, I'm still singing. So top 50 social media influencers. That's me. I'm one of those top 50. So there's 49 other people. Shout out to those 49 other people like Sarah Dandishy, Scott Eddy, my man Bruce Jordan, the MJ of hotels, Calvin Tiloki. I mean, there's so many. Paula C. There's so many people out there that, not a lot of them, but people that I know. When I mean there's so many people out there, meaning there's people that I know, people that I have collaborated with, and not everyone is here in the US. So that means it's a global thing, right? So Paula C is not here. She's in Brazil, okay? Pablo Torres, he's in London. Just people all over the place, right? So I just appreciate them, and I appreciate the opportunity to collaborate with them in the past, and I know darn well we'll be collaborating in the future. So there you go. So shout out to International Hospitality Institute for the distinction or the recognition. I do appreciate it. Shout out to Dr. Jeffrey O. Appreciate you. And Craig Sullivan is one. And Glenn Hausman. I'm just throwing out people that just popped in my head, right? So there you go. Anyway, let's move on. So my blog, right? So any topics that I talk about will be on my blog. If they're not on the blog now, they will be on the blog later. So just check out the topic that I'm going to talk about in a couple minutes. It will be on that blog as well. Okay, so just go russellofhotels.com. Just go to the blog, hit the button, bing, and anything I talk about either today or in the past will be on the blog. So you don't have to write things down. You don't have to commit things to memory that I'm going to discuss. Just say, I'll just go to the blog, okay? Because Russell is good about putting stuff on the blog, because that's what he does. That's, just go russellofhotels.com and just peruse the entire website. You don't just have to go to the blog, but just check out the entire website. Any questions at all, feel free to reach out and touch. Reach out and touch me. Okay, there you go. Or just reach out and call me. You can call me too, right? My phone number is on the my website and all that stuff. So I'm as accessible as anyone, right? Well, I think I'm probably more accessible than most people care to be. I'm trying to adjust myself so I can see what I'm about to talk about. So I have these things. Okay, so my topic for today is I'm on a site tour. Okay, I'm on a site tour. Do you need to show me everything? How many of us, meaning meeting planners or hotel site selection people, have gone on these site tours and we've basically told the salesperson what we're interested in seeing? Well, they show us everything from soup to nuts, from top to bottom. They're showing everything, right? Well, let me just say this. We don't want to see everything. We want to see what's going to be impactful for our potential client, okay? Potential client, potential group, potential meeting, potential retreat, whatever the heck that is. If I have a conversation with a salesperson, the one that's going to be doing the tour for me, and I say, hey, this group does not have time to do anything other than to meet. It's a real focus group. They're there from Wednesday out on Sunday. They don't need to see the pool. I don't need to see the spa. I don't need to see any of that stuff, okay? I don't need to see any of that. They're not interested in that. Okay, so I tell you that. Why am I seeing the spa? Why do I need to see the spa? I just mentioned that this group does not they don't have time for that. Every group, believe me, every group does not have time to look at every amenity that your hotel has to offer, okay? They just don't, right? The tours and they don't have time for the tours, okay? They're here for this really focused meeting or retreat, and that's the focus of this. The focus is not for them, okay? It's to have this meeting with other people, okay? Or this training or whatever the heck it may be. So let's just make sure that we're paying attention to that, okay? And letting the salespeople know that, guess what? We don't have time for those things. This is fine for another group, but for this group, they're real focused, okay? So let's just make sure that we pay attention. But I want to say 4 things. Well, you see them, 4 things that I'm going to talk about. So do I need to see everything on the site tour? Let's just see. Let's just go. Focus on the priorities. Planners and clients don't always need to see everything. They care about what relates to their group's needs, okay? Meeting space, flow, guest rooms, dining options, and perhaps special amenities. Show them what aligns with their RFP and expectations, not a generic grand tour, okay? Now, I know you just renovated, everything in your hotel, and you want them to see the spa because now it has, instead of, it used to only have, 6 beds or 6 spa treatment rooms. Now it has 10. Okay, you got to show that. No, 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 no. Ask specifically, what would you like to see on a tour? I'm saying this to the salespeople, right? And even for our destination people, right? Our DMOs, right? Maybe I can't see every park that's out there or every restaurant that's available, right? Ask me what's important to me to see, or what's important to me and the client. What would they like to see? Okay, because I've been on tours with clients and they're like, why are they showing me this? Did you not tell them? I mean, I've been on, yeah, because, man, and I don't like to be on those ends, right? I don't like to be on the end of the client when the client is telling me, why are we seeing all this? Are they not listening? Did you not tell them? We don't have time. Like, oh my God, yeah, okay. I told them, but let me pull them aside and like kind of say, hey, can we cut to the chase and get to the meat of this site tour, okay? So let's just make sure we listen to those things. Number 2, time is valuable. Site tours shouldn't feel like a marathon. Clients often have limited time. Make it impactful, not overwhelming. Hitting the highlights keeps their attention and creates a positive experience. Yeah, if you're showing us stuff that we don't want to see, and I highlighted that we don't want to see these things, yeah, that's not going to be a good experience. That is not a good experience, and it's probably not going to end well either, because that just shows me that, oh my goodness, something dropped. That just shows me that you're more interested in showing your hotel than showing what the client actually wants to see and what's important for the success of their meeting or retreat. Okay, so just make sure that we're paying attention to that. I didn't mean to startle anybody, but my iPad was falling, it was shifting, and I had to jump for it. Okay, I could have just let it go, but well, actually I did. I guess it did fall. You did hear the noise, but that's okay. All right, let's move on. So remember, time is valuable. Number 3, customize the experience. Every group is different. A sports team might care about bus access and banquet space, while a law firm incentive group might care about suites, lounges, and networking areas. Yeah, so just make sure read the room, right? Read the room. Ask questions. If you don't know something, you're not 100% sure on certain things, ask the question. It's okay to ask the question. And number 4, end with a visual connection. Wrap up the tour by letting them envision their group in the space. This is more powerful than showing storage rooms or back hallways. Okay, yeah. I mean, we always want to see, oh, this is behind the scenes. This is back of the house. Okay, yeah, all right. I've seen back of house before. This is great. Okay, this is where they're going to be serving everything. Okay, oh, great. Yeah, I mean, those things can be impactful as well for the right group, right? Just know every tour should not be cookie cutter. Like, you're not showing everyone the same things. Everything should be, I need to be, make me feel special. Make the client feel special. Like, okay, like they're the only ones that matter at this point. They don't need to see every single thing. They just need to see the things that matter to that group. Okay, so just make sure we know, we ask questions, we take notes, we remember these things, okay? And we will remember that you took these things into consideration. So once again, focus on their priorities. Time is valuable. Customize the experience. End with a visual connection, okay? I don't need to see everything. That's what it comes down to. I don't need to see everything. And guess what? There's a lot of people in the back. You don't see them. They're outside. But they don't want to see everything either. So just make sure we're listening to the meeting planner, the meeting professional, the hotel site selection professional. Just make sure you're listening to them, and they'll tell you. They'll give you the roadmap to success. That was a good one. On Air with Russell of Hotels, that live hospitality talk show that everyone's talking about. Show number 312 is coming up. That is Tuesday, and every show is on Tuesday at 1 p.m. PST, okay? Live on LinkedIn, live on YouTube. So if you didn't check out show number 311, please do so. It's on the replay is on LinkedIn and YouTube as well. So check it out. After this, you just go and check it out, okay? Let me know what you think. Let me know. Let me know. And once again, this is the Hilton Garden Inn in Toledo, Ohio. Toledo, for the right group, yes, perfect, okay? I love these 3rd, 4th, maybe even 5th tier destinations because they have a lot more bang for the buck. They have convention centers that attach to hotels as well. Okay. In fact, there's a lot of big destinations that don't have that. Okay. So they have a nice downtown, walkable, very walkable, a lot of bars. I don't know what it is about the Midwest, but they tend to have a lot of bars. Like, their downtown is real walkable, and there's a lot of restaurants and bars around. Believe me, I know because I did my own little personal bar crawl. Okay, so there you go. But yeah, Toledo is definitely exceeded my expectations. Let's just say that. And with the airlift, basically 45 minutes away in Detroit. So you fly into Detroit, you take a shuttle or an Uber or whatever, and 45 to 50-minute ride, you're in Toledo. You're downtown Toledo. Okay, so there you go. So yeah, you actually fly into Detroit, Michigan. Okay, so there you go. So I just had to say that. And this is another. I think this is the home. Okay, so did I mention that the Hilton Garden Inn it is a dual branded property? So Hilton Garden Inn on one side and the Homewood Suites on the other side, right? And it's attached to their convention center. So I'm like, this is kind of dope. It's kind of dope-alicious. So anyway, yeah, I had to say that. Okay, I don't know why certain things pop in my head, but they do. But anyway, hey, I'm Russell of Hotels. I appreciate you guys checking this out. I do the daily check-in Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I do On Air with Russell of Hotels every Tuesday at 1 o'clock, as you saw. Any questions at all, feel free to email me, russell@russellofhotels.com. My website is russellofhotels.com, so just check it out. You can't expect results if you're hiding. Visibility is not luck, it's strategy. I've been kind of on this visibility kick for a minute with these conversations I've been doing. Conversations, people will call them interviews, but I call them conversations because it's all about, letting people know who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. And what's the best way to do that? Visualize it. Put it on a video. Ask the questions, right? It's about elevating one's brand, okay? And it's about being visual, because if you're not being visible, if you're not visible, then people think you're hiding. At least that's what I think. I think you're hiding, all right? So being visible is not luck. It's not luck that people happen to be scrolling by and seeing me. Well, I do this 5 days a week, so no, it has to be part of my strategy, or it is part of my strategy. So make sure, if you have questions at all, what I'm talking about, please reach out to me, because it's all about elevating your brand, okay? And what is that? Who is the brand? First of all, what is the brand? The brand is you. A lot of times we forget about that. The brand actually is us. Okay, we happen to represent a brand, like maybe, let's just say I'm Russell Edmond and I'm with Destination Toledo, okay? Well, you're gonna buy me before you buy Destination Toledo. You're like, Russell, he's a great guy. Oh, he showed us this, he showed us that. He's very knowledgeable about the destination, all the hotels, all the things that are coming in, all the things that are going on. Okay, so the city of Toledo couldn't tell you all those things, okay? So you need a representative, another brand, to educate you on Toledo, right? Well, so you would buy that person. Okay, Toledo has a lot going on its own. I understand that, but you need someone has to be the advocate for that brand. Okay, just like I'm the advocate for Russell of Hotels, although my name is Russell L. Edmond, just in case you didn't know. But I'm the advocate for Russell of Hotels and hotel site selection and being visible. Make sure your brand is elevated, to the point of, people can find you, or people know that, you're visible, and that's part of your strategy, right? So those are things that you have to do, that you must do in order for people to know who you are, what you do, and how you can help them. But it's all about being consistent. It's all about being consistent, okay? And that's why I do things 5 days a week. That's why I'm doing videos, daily check-ins. I'm doing conversations with people, and I'm posting all these things because it's all about visibility, okay? It's all about visibility, which leads to strategy, okay? Which is your strategy, okay? So there you go. That's it. I told you this is going to be short and brief, and I got to go, right? Because I only got like 20 minutes to get to where I'm going to go, and I told you it was 40 minutes from where I am. So anyway, that's it. You guys have a great day. I'll make sure I put the notes on my blog by the end of the day. You guys have a great day. Thank you again for joining the Daily Check-In. Happy Friday. Watch football, okay? And as always, peace.